very pleasant day to you and welcome to Top Stories on Ogama TV. First to bring you the headlines. On Nations, Tinubu dispatches top security chiefs to Oyo over adoption of 46 pupils and teachers. On State, Mba marks third anniversary in office, reaffirms commitment to Enugu's development. And on foreign scene, Trump toughens Iran's peace deal terms, warns of military action if talks fail. And on business, Central Bank of Nigeria extends POS geofencing deadlines and expands radius to 70 meters. And on sports, Osimhen and Lookman to miss Super Eagles friendlies against Poland and Portugal. Bringing you the news is Precious Chukwu. Now the news in detail. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has deployed a high-powered presidential delegation to Oyo State following the adoption of 46 pupils and teachers during coordinated attacks on schools in part of the state. The delegation, led by the President's Chief of Staff, Femi Gbajabiamilas, arrived in Ogbomosho on Sunday and is expected to visit Esiele and Yawota communities in Oriwe and Ogbomosho local government areas, where the kidnapping reportedly took place. Other members of the delegation include the National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu, Inspector General of Police Kayode Ebetokun, Chief of Defence Staff Christopher Musa, Minister of Power Joseph Tebe, and the President's Special Advisor on Public Communications Sunday Dare. The visit comes in response to reports that armed men invaded Baptist Nursery and Primary School in the affected communities, adopting dozens of pupils and teachers in simultaneous attacks. In a statement shared on social media, Sunday Dare disclosed that President Tinubu has ordered immediate and coordinated security operations aimed at securing the release of the victims and apprehending those responsible for the attacks. According to him, the president activated a series of security measures immediately after receiving reports of the incident, with relevant agencies now working closely to rescue the adopted pupils and teachers. The delegation is expected to assess the situation on the ground, engage with local authorities and community leaders, and monitor ongoing rescue efforts as security agencies intensify operations in the affected areas. The incident has generated widespread concern among residents and education stakeholders who have called for stronger security measures to safeguard schools and protect vulnerable communities from criminal attacks.
He is monitoring all the activities as the Commander-in-Chief. He is giving all the necessary directives, and by the grace of the Almighty God, your children and teachers will be back in your arms.
We have been having sleepless nights. We have been grieving. We have been fighting. And I can assure you, we probably will not tell you what we are doing, but we are working.
You see people coming in to buy food in large quantities, coming to buy bread in large quantities, coming to do one or two things. Please don't keep quiet. It is our responsibility to report this as quickly as possible so that the members of the security forces can take action.
Moving on state, Governor Peter Ndubisi Mba has reaffirmed his administration's commitment to the development of Enugu State as he marks 3 years in office, calling on residents to unite behind the shared vision of progress, prosperity, and opportunity for all. Speaking during activities commemorating the 3rd anniversary of his administration, the governor said the promise he made to the people of Enugu upon assuming office 3 years ago continues to guide every decision, project, and policy of his government. Mba noted that governance is a responsibility he carries with pride and purpose, stressing that his commitment to the welfare and advancement of the people remains unwavering. As part of the anniversary celebrations, the governor attended a Thanksgiving Mass where he expressed gratitude to God for his guidance, mercy, and grace over the state and its people throughout the past 3 years. Reflecting on the administration's achievements, Mba said the government has remained focused on building a safer, more prosperous, and innovative Enugu, where citizens can thrive and realize their full potentials. He described the anniversary as both a moment to reflect on the progress made and an opportunity to review the administration's resolve to deliver even greater results for the people. The governor also thanked residents for their trust, support and partnership, assuring them that his administration would continue working to accelerate development and improve the quality of life across the state. He urged all sons and daughters of Enugu to look beyond political and other differences and work together towards a brighter future for the state.
To do that at a later date, where they would, across all the sector, talk to Enugu, our intervention, whether in terms of projects, programs, and policies. So the mass is usually not a platform for speeches, but I certainly intend to crave your indulgence, given what today represents. This is an opportunity to express my gratitude for the support and prayers of Ndi Enugu in the last 3 years. Nothing we have achieved would have been possible without the support of the civil servants and my entire team.
And on the foreign scene, President Donald Trump has reportedly toughened the terms of a proposed framework aimed at ending the ongoing conflict with Iran, sending a revised version of the agreement back to Tehran for consideration. According to US officials cited by the New York Times, the changes were made amid concerns by President Trump over provision that could involve unfreezing Iranian funds. The president has long criticized similar measures included in the nuclear agreement negotiated under former President Barack Obama. Officials also said Trump has expressed frustration over what he viewed as delays in Iran's response to previous US proposals. The negotiations have involved international intermediaries, including representatives from Pakistan. The revised proposal is believed to be an effort to increase pressure on Iran and accelerate acceptance of a memorandum of understanding already submitted to Iran's Supreme Leader Mojtaba Khamenei for approval. However, officials noted that communication with Iran's leadership has been difficult, and the latest amendment could further delay progress. On Friday, President Trump held a 2-hour meeting with senior national security advisors in the White House Situation Room to discuss the conflict and possible pathways to peace. The meeting ended without a public announcement. Under the proposed framework, Iran would agree to lift its blockade of the strategically important Strait of Hormuz in exchange for an end to the US-Israeli military campaign. The strait remains a vital route for global oil and gas shipments, and its closure has contributed to rising energy prices and inflation worldwide. Some of the moment's continuous issues, including the future of Iran's nuclear program, would be deferred to future negotiations. Despite ongoing diplomatic efforts, no formal agreement has yet been reached. Speaking during an interview, the president said he was in no hurry to finalize a deal, stressing the importance of securing an agreement that permanently prevents Iran from acquiring a nuclear weapon. Trump warned that if negotiations fail, military options remain on the table. "We're going to make a good deal," the president said. "If not, we'll just go back and finish it off militarily." The conflict, now entering its 4th month despite a fragile ceasefire, has continued to impact global markets and regional stability. Trump reiterated that any final agreement must guarantee that Iran never develops or purchases a nuclear weapon and must include the immediate reopening of the Strait of Hormuz. Negotiations between US and Iranian officials are expected to continue in the coming weeks. And on business, the Central Bank of Nigeria has extended the deadline for compliance with its point of sale or POS geofencing directive to August 1st, 2026, while also expanding the permissible operating radius for terminals from 10 meters to 70 meters. The move follows consultations with banks, fintech companies, mobile money operators, switching firms, and other stakeholders in the payment ecosystem who raised concern over implementation challenges associated with the earlier requirements. In a circular signed by the Director of the Payment System Supervision Department, Dr. Rakia O. Yusuf, the Apex Bank said the decision was taken after reviewing feedback from industry participants on the operationalization of its mandatory geotagging policy for payment terminals. According to the CBN, the geofence radius for POS terminals has now been increased from 10 meters to 70 meters, while enforcement of the directive has been postponed until August 1st, 2026. The regulator also directed all affected institutions to submit evidence of compliance to the Payment Systems Supervision Department no later than July 31st, 2026. The CBN further urged financial institutions to use the extended timeline to resolve all outstanding technical and operational issues, particularly those involving the National Central Switch, to ensure seamless compliance. The geofencing initiative was introduced as part of the Apex Bank's broader effort to strengthen oversight of electronic payment channels, curb frauds, and improve transaction monitoring by ensuring that POS terminal operates within approved locations. Industry Observer says the latest adjustments reflect the CBN willingness to accommodate operational realities while maintaining safeguards aimed at enhancing the security, integrity, and transparency of Nigeria's rapidly expanding digital payment sector. Rounding up on sports, Super Eagles head coach Eric Chelle has confirmed that star forwards Victor Osimhen and Ademola Lookman will not feature in Nigeria's upcoming international friendly matches against Poland and Portugal. The Super Eagles also scheduled to take on Poland in Warsaw on Wednesday before travelling to Leiria, Portugal for a clash against the former European champions on June 10th. Both Osimhen and Lookman were initially named in the squad announced by Chelle 2 weeks ago. However, the Malian technician disclosed that the duo would be unavailable for the fixture due to separate circumstances. According to Chelle, Osimhen has been excused from the match as he focuses on resolving issues surrounding his club future, while Lookman has been granted rest after a demanding season. Speaking to the Super Eagles media team, Chelle explained that he preferred Osimhen to remain at home rather than risk playing while not fully focused or physically prepared amid ongoing transfer discussions. The coach also revealed that Lookman's club requested that the player be excused from the friendlies due to fatigue. Despite the absence of the two key players, the Super Eagles head into the fixtures in high spirits following their recent triumph at the Unity Cup in London, where they defeated Jamaica's Reggae Boys 3-0 in the finals to claim the title. The matches against Poland and Portugal are expected to provide Chelle with another opportunities to assess his squad as preparations continue for future international competitions. We now bring you the highlights of the story on the bulletin so far. We brought to you that Tinubu dispatches top security chiefs to Oyo over adoption of 46 pupils and teachers. We also brought to you that Mba marks 3rd anniversary in office reaffirms commitment to Enugu's development. And on the foreign scene, we brought to you that Trump toughens Iran's peace deal terms, warns of military action if talk fails. And on business, we brought to you that CBN extends POS geofencing deadlines, expense reduced to 70 meters. And on sports, we brought to you that Osimhen and Lookman to miss Super Eagles friendlies against Poland and Portugal. That's all on the news this hour. For more updates and breaking news, don't forget to follow us on our socials: Facebook at Ogama TV, Instagram at Ogama TV1, on X at Ogama TV, YouTube at Ogama TV, and also visit our website at www.ogamatv.com. I am Precious Chukua. Many thanks for watching. Bye for now.
When you think of online TV and radio, broadcasting, media consultancy, event coverage, event management and planning, there's no better name than Ogama TV. But that's not all. We're also into photo studio and coverage, equipment rental, news blogging, fashion and pageantry. We are at number 5/21 Chime Avenue, beside Open Sheraton Restaurant, New Haven, Enugu. Follow us on our social media handles: Facebook at Ogama TV, Instagram at Ogama TV1, Twitter at Ogama TV, website www.ogamatv.com. You can also send us email at ogamatv@gmail.com. Ogama TV, your one-stop media solution.